Welcome to part 5 of this 6-part Donkey Kong Country playthrough. We're here with Blordo
Hey.
and Jess.
Hello.
If you've forgotten who they are, go back and watch the previous episodes. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, go back and watch them, because we're going to answer a question that we raised in the last episode. We left it on a bit of a cliffhanger. Who did compose the music for Aquatic Ambience, Jess?
It was David Wise.
It was David Wise all along.
There you go.
According to an interview, at least.
Now you know.
Now we know. And also, we learned from Blordo that he contacted him once, but he didn't.
Yeah,
he didn't respond.
he didn't reply.
He's probably a busy man.
Yeah, he's too busy making music and being awesome.
Doing musician things.
Replying to wannabe musicians that want advice.
Maybe should have opened an OC Remix account.
Yeah, I should have. Actually, Grant Kirkhope though, he actually replies to people, so I give him credit.
What did he compose?
He did like Banjo-Kazooie
yeah.
all that sort of shit. Donkey Kong 64.
Oh,
Pretty awesome.
I didn't
He's a
know
good
the name of the
guy.
guy who composed those particular games.
Hmm.
There you go. We're here at the factory. This is the earliest techno song I ever remember hearing.
Oh yeah.
Well, actually, you'd almost call it jungle, as in like the genre, because it's got that.
Jungle vibe.
Yeah.
This is like literally like this feels like to me like when I first heard this I was like I thought it was because what techno was techno like in 1994. I only knew what I heard on the radio, and then I heard this and I was like, wow, this is like dancey as shit.
Yeah. Go to the disco and play this.
Yep.
Bum, 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 bum.
Oh, I love those oil barrels. I
always hated those ones.
I love both the factory levels, and I guess we're on the topic of factories because those made a return in Donkey Kong Country Returns. Did either of you guys play that?
Yep.
That game is hard.
It was surprisingly, yeah. It wasn't a bad game. I thought it would be worse than what it was.
Oh,
I didn't like the boss battles though. They were a bit too, I don't know, childish or something compared to the old school ones.
I had complete faith in that game because I'm a big Retro Studios fan.
Yeah.
Metroid Prime Trilogy, which I will be playing through all 3 of those at some point. Yeah, I trusted him. Anyway,
Nice.
oh, this is probably my second favorite track from the game.
Oh
Something
yeah.
about that pan flute.
Oh yeah. Doo-doo.
It's super mellow.
Mm-hmm.
I think that one of the funniest things about this level in particular, or not this one in particular, but levels like these where you're just standing on the conveyor belt, the second player or character, whatever,
just floats around awkwardly.
Yeah, he just kind of like does whatever the fuck, you know.
Yeah, there's levels later on too where the enemies, the bad guys. Oh, it's a dumb kids game. I can say both of those things without feeling embarrassed. When they land on the platform, they kind of like just glitch out until it turns and then they fall off. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Well, it's the same like in the water level that we just went through last episode. Whenever you're shooting through the barrels,
oh yeah,
only the one you're playing as rolls, and the other one
swims through everything.
Little things.
Oh, there he goes again, glitching through it.
That's true. You know, there's no way that'd ever fly in a video game now, but back then it was. That's just how it was done.
Yeah.
Jeez, this
Super NES
level's
couldn't
really
handle that
difficult.
stuff.
Yeah, this. Yeah.
What did you guys find the most difficult out of all the 3? The first, second, or third?
Second.
You reckon? Yeah.
Mainly,
First one was
yeah.
quite easy.
The first one's quite easy, and even the second one's quite easy. But once you unlock the Lost World levels,
Gets a bit challenging.
yeah, they're quite. And especially if like I never 100%ed this game or 200%ed or whatever it was, but I did do that with Donkey Kong Country 2
Yeah.
and Land 2 on the Game Boy.
Oh yeah.
Because that's the one I grew up with. Because we couldn't afford a Super NES. I had a Game Boy Pocket and a Nintendo 64 later on.
Oh, I don't even remember how much the Super Nintendos retailed for back then. I just remember just getting one, but I don't remember how much
they
they
probably would
were.
have been about $200 max.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Look that up.
Wow, holy, good lord.
I remember going into Kmart and seeing Alex the Kid on display on the TVs up in the entertainment center. Yeah.
Wow.
That was pretty exciting.
Yeah.
It still blows my mind how like expensive it all is
video games
for you guys compared to
we get taxed out the buttocks.
Video games in Australia is ridiculous. That's why people just buy online today anyway.
Yeah,
get it relatively cheaper.
I went into EB yesterday looking for pre-owned copies of Super Mario Galaxy and Galaxy 2. Guess how much they were?
$70.
78 pre-owned.
That's stupid. I never buy from there.
A brand new game here is like $50
max.
Or like I could understand if you were buying like a collector's edition, $80, fine. But
well,
like
I mean, like
max,
my copy of Metroid Prime Trilogy, I paid like $80 for second hand because they're so rare now. But Galaxy is it's just because it's like a first party game, I guess. I don't know.
EB like to market their prices up 500%.
Yeah.
And people are stupid enough to pay that much.
Yeah, well, I mean, they only do it with Nintendo games because I mean, like, I went in there. The other day I bought because I want to play through a lot of rare games, and because that next generation's about to start, I wanted to get a couple of really early 360 games by Rare. So I got Perfect Dark Zero and Cameo, and they were like $5 each. So it's just Nintendo games that are stupid expensive.
Yeah. All these little
Let me get this guy. Dude.
I love
There's a lot of army type references with these crocodile monsters. Just really tough looking things.
I like the way his belly jiggles. Look at his gut.
I'm not gonna lie. As a kid, I always thought they were girls.
What?
Really?
I don't know. I always associated them with being female.
They are the ugliest women I've ever seen. I know, so when you're a kid, your imagination does things. I'm just like... I guess
don't know.
It could be the boobs.
Could be.
It probably was, but I always just associated them with females, and I don't know
Even the grunt
why.
sound they make.
No, I know. So you'd think otherwise, right? But I don't know. I had a hell of an imagination when I was a kid, I guess.
Actually, I think too, like in Donkey Kong 64, the only Donkey Kong Country characters that were in that game were the Zingers and those army guys, and they were pink in it instead of being brown.
Yeah.
That is one game I will not be Let's Playing. Is Donkey Kong 64. It's not happening. If this series gets popular and people ask for it, it's not happening. I don't have 10 months to collect everything in that game. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Bit of a long one. Unless you get into speedrunning it and you can find all the exploits and glitches.
Yeah.
It might only take you an hour or so.
This is the last time we get to hear this lovely music.
Oh, let's enjoy it. Oh yeah. Is this stage poisonous or is it just for looks?
I think it's just for looks. It's called Poisonous Pond, and they put a mist filter over it. Can we talk about the way the coral wiggles?
Oh yeah, I didn't realise
that.
Bit of a wavy effect.
Yeah, well, I mean, like in games like Castlevania and Yoshi's Island. Yoshi's Island had that cool effect when you touch the fuzzies.
Yeah.
And everything goes like all crazy.
Yeah.
But they use the that Super Effects chip to do that, whereas this game didn't have the Super Effects chip in it.
Oh. They might have had to animate it separately or something and do it themselves manually.
Yeah, I don't know. It's always one of those things where I look at things like that now and I'm like, how did they... Some code trickery. When do you see impressive stuff like that on like old consoles? It's like, what? I hate
when was this game made? Was this in 1990?
It was released in 94, but they would have spent at least 12 months or more on it.
Yeah.
I reckon it probably would have went into development in 1992, at least.
Wow.
Man.
Follow the arrows.
Yeah,
Banana arrows.
Banana arrows are delicious.
Be good if they actually did banana arrows and it led you to a death trap or something and you'd feel like an idiot for following it.
I think they do that in some of the later games. They had like trick ones.
Oh, did they?
I think so. Maybe. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they did. There was something like Donkey Kong Country 2 that took you to like dead ends. It was just like, thanks.
Here comes those spinning wheels again. Oh,
yeah, it did not.
Should be able to knock them out. Can't you kill those things?
No, there's only so much our poor friend On Guard can do.
Oh.
I still think like, Donkey Kong is like the most relaxed swimmer in the world. How curious Diddy is when he's riding on the back, just looking around.
Yeah, what's he looking at?
Yeah, he doesn't know. He's just doing it. Meh, meh, meh. Yep, look at that precision swimming there by me.
It's good stuff.
Oh, speaking of precision swimming, stuff that up. Yeah, it's kind of like...
No.
As much as I love these water levels, this one's kind of... it's a little flat. It's not that interesting.
You could tell they were getting a bit sick of making the game, so they're just like, come on, let's just chuck in a few more recycled levels, get it over with.
Well, it's just kind of like they just put a green filter on it, and like it kind of actually takes away from it a lot. I understand it's supposed to be like a poisonous dead sort of pond, but it's just kind of...
But even then, if it was poisonous, how the fuck?
Make that into a gameplay element. I do like the fact that they don't need to breathe. I always appreciate. Yeah. I hate it in games when the characters have to, or platformers when you have to get air.
Yeah.
Banjo had that. Conker had that.
Yep.
Donkey Kong 64 did not, and it's the one thing I like about that game over the other two. Oh, them vultures.
Yeah, they love those vultures, don't they? Yeah.
That was another case of the camera not being able to keep up with what I was doing. Just very frustrating.
So far, just watching this, I just realised, I don't know if it's just because you're somewhat half decent at the game, but it just seems like it was very not that challenging or something.
It's easier, like, you know, watching it. You're like, oh yeah, this is no problem. But then you actually go to do it, and you're like, fuck.
There are some of these things that I took quite a few takes of because I just kept. Because I cut out all the deaths because otherwise these videos would go forever. And that's the idea. Is it's
clever.
Not the idea of the series. You know, it's not a let's play where we make fun of how to. It's about the game itself. And,
yeah, that's right.
And memories. And why is that guy just sitting there in a cart waiting to be stomped on?
Occupied.
He was just chilling. You know, he was talking to the.
There's another one.
Talking to the other enemies. You know.
This is at the end of the line. I love those, they call it leap of faiths.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, you're right.
Is it just me or, like, whenever, Is it just me or whenever Donkey Kong was actually, like, jumping out of the cart, were his arms flailing, or was that just...
Yeah, I think so.
No, they flail. This is one of my favorite levels in the game.
Ooh.
This one
Lights out.
Bothers me so much. This is actually, I've been playing through it, or that was like a few months ago. I got stuck at this level and I haven't touched it since. This level frustrates me beyond belief.
This is one of the few levels, I think I only died once when I was recording this. It's weird, if you stick me on a hard level, I'll smash it out with like losing one life or none. Put me on an easy one and I'm just like a die all the time.
It's funny how that works.
Yeah. It's frustrating. I know that. This is one of those levels where it's just kind of like I know it so well where everything is.
Yeah.
Although once those ropes come into play, it's kind of like and things like moving platforms with the legs flat, it's just leap of faith for fun. Man, those jumps. Yeah, here you go. This is what it's all about. It's so intense. This is like that moment where everyone stops talking. They're all just like, oh.
Yeah, so captivated by it. Is he gonna make it?
And that thing too, like you hear the clap traps, and you can't see them because it's dark, and you're just like, just keep jumping, just keep jumping. Hope that you land on one. Oh yeah, that bit.
Going down. Oh, there's a banana there. I wonder what that leads to.
Yeah, I like the way the bananas stay highlighted because they. Oh yeah, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I'm glad
good old monkey.
Those guys. Good old funky monkey. I think that's pretty much it. Oh no.
You beat it.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh.
It's over till it's over.
And I love the little
It's so
dances.
disorienting, though.
Yeah, it is. It is disorientating. This is
I know it's the point of.
This is the dumbest boss in the game.
What do we got? Oh, the big barrel thing?
Yeah, dumb drum.
God.
I don't know what they were thinking when they...
Salt and pepper shaker.
It's got angry red eyes.
Must be evil.
What the hell was that?
That was my dog running into shit.
There you go.
Whoa, watch out.
Watch it. Gotta jump on those guys. I very much prefer their redesigns from Donkey Kong Country 2 when they had like the bigger, rounder heads.
Oh, yeah.
I remember as a kid, I had friends who didn't know you could cartwheel into them. They thought if you had Diddy and you just couldn't kill him, and that was it.
Oh.
They tried jumping on him and were like, no, I'm too scared to cartwheel into him because I'll die. Those are the bane of my existence. I hate them as Diddy because if you jump on them, they knock you off the edge of whatever you're on, and it's just like, dynamite.
Nice. Beat the barrel.
Beat the barrel. Well, thank you for the second last part of this Donkey Kong Country Marathon. Thank you, Jazz. Thank you, Sean.
Thanks.
We'll be back next week with the final part, the 22-minute craziness that is
Getting ready.
The Chimp Caverns or whatever it is, and K. Rool himself. So buckle your pants.
Yeah.
See you next week.